Guys, everybody, it's your boy Leroy Gankins here, doing a much requested video of the Gunbreaker rotation that I've kind of been doing, as well as I'm going to add the adjusted one that I will be doing for Savage Raid tiers as well. And just want to talk about like kind of my opener in comparison to kind of Rin's opener that he put in the balance for people that are wondering, the pros and cons of it, as well as some other tips and tricks that I might add in on this video, and then I might add into it to another one by itself as well. But we'll kind of see. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to be doing two openers here. One of them is going to be the one that I have been doing in all my extreme videos that we'll see. This one's going to be for mainly like main tanking, and then I'll get in the difference of that in my second opener as well. Like if you're gonna pull the boss, this is just kind of what I default to for not only comfort but also for just doing random stuff in Party Finder as a whole, which I think the majority of the viewers that are watching the content right now are doing anyway. Like there's hopping into PF and then just want to use some content, which is perfectly fine. Something to keep in mind is that when you look at openers from like the balance and like really optimized stuff and all that stuff, like it's really in like a perfect scenario kind of case, like this is what you'll do, right? Like if you want to be 100% like the best, this is what you'll do, assuming everyone else is also playing up to standards, throwing out raid buffs and not dying and all that good stuff like getting misaligned, blah 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 blah. Anyway, I'll get into that in my second opener again. So just want to go ahead and do the first opener here. I'll have a link to both of them in the description, that people can kind of look at, and if there's any comments about them, like if there's something I don't go over very well, and people want to know, I will gladly discuss stuff in the comments as well. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first opener here, I have the DPS meter somewhere here as well. Yeah, took me a hot minute to get it working because I was like, hello, kind of dumb. But anyway, we're not going to get into that. What we're going to do now is we're going to do the opener. So again, this is for like me that's been like main tanking and PF. This is the opener that you'll see on the extreme videos I have up right now, as well as some other like Pug Savage stuff that I'll probably be doing as well. This is like my go-to default comfortable opener. That is a key word, and I'll go over that again. Comfortable sets me up for the whole fight. Okay, so what I normally do, right? So I'm gonna start off with lightning shot, and I'll go into it. I'll discuss what I'm doing as I'm doing it, and then I'll have a cooldown period while I kind of discuss it, and then I'll go over that. Anyway, so without further ado, let's kind of get into it here. I'll also weave in a pot as well, just so people can be like, oh, you put a pot here, do that kind of stuff. So again, I'm at my FC house, so if people just see stuff like flying around, I'm just chilling right now. So again, without further ado, let's get into it. Again, we're gonna lead off with lightning shot, go straight into our bloodfest, get that set up. We're gonna do one GCD, we're gonna pot, second GCD. After half the GCD is expired, we're gonna go no mercy, set up both of our dots, double weave with the blasting zone, go straight into our cartridge combo. We're going to do double down. You can do it after the first or the second one, second GCD in your cartridge combo window, and that sets you up for doing a blasting zone as well, or not blasting, a burst strike from the previous combo. And then if I actually delayed like half a second more there, I would have gotten my other GCD off there as well, in the No Mercy window, and you guys can see what it is. I'm keep going here, and they'll talk about stuff with like desync with a combo and things like that as well. But from there on out, like after the opener, you literally just kind of use stuff off cooldown. I do want to bank up charges because you do want 3 charges going into every No Mercy window. One for being with your cartridge, and then the other one being with your double down. You guys will see a couple times I just kind of like don't use double down, and it kind of fucks me over, and then I'll go straight into my No Mercy window here again, which is just going to be the double dot into the cartridge combo here. Yep. Weave in your rough divide. If you don't have to use a rough divide for movement, you can actually get 2 here during every single No Mercy window as well. But if you have to use them for movement, it's overall a DPS gain as well. And then yeah, we just keep going stuff off cooldown. Keep track of your bloodfest when it's going to come off cooldown, because you want to use that as soon as it does. because the more cooldowns you get from stuff, the more damage you'll just be doing. And again, the DPS meter will be somewhere here that people can see. Yeah, it's like averaging around like 4.8, 5K or so with food running, and this is like 570 something gear. Just chilling with. So yeah, that's the kind of bread and butter rotation that I go into and I default to for comfort, and I've been doing that since I've been playing Gunbreaker. And let me talk about why I do this. So I go straight off with Lightning Shot into Bloodfest. Now this gives you the 3 cartridges right off the bat, and then you want to do 1 GCD, you pot just to get it set up, because it'll last the whole No Mercy window and then some. So you pot, you do 1 GCD, or you do 1 GCD, you pot, you do the second one, and then after it's past about this like the 60 or 70% mark of your GCD timer, you'll hit No Mercy. That way you get the full timer in, you get the extra GCD that I actually missed doing this, but yeah, you'll see it as you do it. And then I go straight into dots here. Now immediately people that are like all about optimization are gonna say one thing. They're like, oh, you just misaligned your dot with raid buff windows. If you're doing this in PF and you're worried about raid buff windows, stop right now. that shit don't matter, dude. If I could tell you the amount that people have just died, misaligned everything, and then it doesn't matter. Dude, that happens every PF. I don't care if you're in a farm party. I don't care if you're with your static sometimes, man. Like people just like doing some weird stuff. Do what's comfortable for you. This is optimized comfort. Let me tell you why. So every No Mercy, you're gonna get both your dots off here. It's gonna come up exactly perfect every single time. And then you have your blasting zone, which you'll see right here is 30 seconds. And then my gnashing fang, your cartridge combo, is 29.19. And immediately you're going to notice something. You're going to be like, there's drift. You're going that's going to drift. Like as a long fight prolongs, that's going to drift. And if you see in any of my extreme videos, I don't have a problem with that. If you do Rin's opener, or you do some kind of like augmented stuff where you delay your dots, that will drift. That will keep going down the GCD chain. And let me tell you why that doesn't happen with me. That's because I use my dots as a double weave opener with the blasting zone every No Mercy window. I open with dots, and you see right there the instacast is 60 seconds. It cannot misalign. Now again, you're gonna be like, oh, so you're just missing a charge of your what do you call it? Cartridge combo. Sorry, like every so often. No. And let me tell you why. That's because I use this off cooldown. This will actually misalign with your No Mercy window. However, as you see, it's 29.19, and I have 2.43. So like the fastest you'll probably get to is like 2.4, and then this will be a little bit less than, or like 29, 28 something, whatever. And then every time you'll use this in your cartridge window, you'll have another use of it, as you just saw in the demonstration that I just did, right? And then as my dots are weaving in, this is coming right back off cooldown, because it lines up with all your GCDs, right? So again, not missing any, like you guys could like FFF log or FF analysis stuff as well. You will not miss a single cartridge window if you do this. I have not had one fight in my entire, like, not Shiva, not anything, nothing. Okay. So that's kind of like the bread and butter combo that I do. That's really easy to do. And again, I call it a comfortable combo. This is why I call it that. It's because it's really nice to have your dots line up with your blasting zone in your No Mercy window, and you're not having to like worry about weaving in some stuff, doing some cooldowns with stuff, because the first thing I do is immediately dot into blasting zone cartridge combo, right? And the off chance that a raid wall will come out, and you might be like, oh, you'll have to reprisal or Heart of Light or something, you can drift your blasting zone, or you can drift your bow shock if you want, or you can just do what everyone else in PF does and go for like the first raid wide or whatever happens. And then like if a boss opens with a tank buster or something, there's like you can get these 2 GCDs off, and you can just weave in your one combo, because like there's no tank buster that I've had that hurts more than needing one of these so far. And as I do, I'll talk about a situation where you can solve that as well. But again, like super fast opener. By the time any kind of raid wide or something comes out, like you can just get to your first GCD gnashing thing here. And then after that, you go to continuation. You have an extra weave slot because you get a double weave, right? And you can weave in whatever mitigation that you might want in order to do that. Now, if you have to double weave mitigation, like let's say it's a really hard hitting tank buster for Savage or something like that, something you can do, you can delay your sonic break, or you can save your double down for when you know that is coming. I'm talking about maximum fight optimization. If you're just learning a fight and you have to be like, oh shit, you got a triple weave, who cares? No one cares. That's okay. If you're optimizing a fight and you want to be like 100% thorough with it, you have to know the timings, and you have to be like, okay, I know a tank buster is coming up here. I'll do a double down, do some like mitigation stuff. I talk about this when I do the Highland fight in Zodiac. It doesn't matter. I don't think for anything. I can think of one time it does matter. The last set of stacks, if you get to that, you'll have to double mitigate with both Hard Light and Reprisal. If your off tank doesn't want to do anything, which is fine, because most people just take a Vuln there anyway and do some shit. Anyway, that's like fight optimization stuff, and all I do is just use my double down because it doesn't come with continuation yet, and then I weave in that. So, I went over my bread and butter rotation that you'll see. Again, it'll be in the link description below. This one, that rotation, and the next one I'll talk about here in just a second, as well as like some kind of stuff that you can do to mitigate the double weaving problem that this job has, as far as like cooldowns and stuff are concerned, if you're main tanking or if you just want to mitigate raid wides and all that good stuff. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to dump my cartridges here. So I can start with none, and then I'm going to reset the dummy, and then that will cause the parse to reset here again. And then I'm going to be talking about the opener that I'll be doing for Savage. Now for Savage, I won't be main taking. Like I won't be pulling the boss unless like a specific circumstance comes. Like if I pull the boss, he immediately starts with like a tank swap, tank buster or something. Then I'll probably pull the boss, and I might go into my bread and butter rotation, or I might do a varied thing of what I'm just about to show you. And this is the thing that's gonna line up more with like Rin's thing, or like Rin's opener, Rin Kargane. He does all the stuff with the balance. However, this is going to implement my comfy strat. Again, I call this the comfy strat because it really lines up really well with No Mercy, with both your dots and the blasting zone, alleviating the drift problem that you have. And again, you do not miss a single cartridge with doing this at all. I have not found a downside with doing this other than, hey, your dots might not be in line. However, this will solve the dots not being in a line problem. Raid buffs come out anywhere from 3 to 5 GCDs into the fight, and they happen every 2 minutes after that. You can keep up your 2-minute buff here, or your with your 2 minutes, because this is only a minute, and then same thing with your dots as well. So again, every 3 to 5 GCDs, all the raid buffs will be out, or should be out by that point. If they're not, someone fucked up. That's all that means. So I'm going to do a short cooldown here. Just do 10 seconds, and then I'll kind of show you what I do. So 10 seconds go off. When it hits about the 5-second mark, I'll pop sprint. That way you get through the boss first. Again, this is if you don't have to pull. And then you're gonna open with 1 GCD, 2 GCDs, saving the rough divides. I know it burns. 3 GCDs. Hold up. 1, and then after this one, 2. You're gonna go straight into your No Mercy window. You could pop earlier as well if you want. And then I just go in here. Now this makes me do my double down at the last little bit, but that's fine. Like the last GCD there. But you get in 2 burst strikes here. 1, 2, optimal damage. As you see, there's a thing there, and it lines up with all the raid buffs. And as long as you keep your GCDs rolling, keep that on cool. That's the most important part of any rotation. You have to keep all of your stuff rolling on cooldown. Even I almost fucked up there, but there you go. And then now you just use your things off cooldown. Do the same thing as the other rotation. You just keep track of your burst strike with your bloodfest and your when your no mercy's coming up and blah 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 blah, all that good stuff. You actually get more damage here doing this one if you don't have to pull the boss. So it's really nice because you get 1 GCD and then you get 2, and then you wait for your no mercy. Boom, bam, bada boom, bop, pow, and we're just gonna go straight into it like that. There you go. And then there's our double down as well that we can then weave in a cooldown or something like that as well if we wanted to. And again, if you know the fight timing and you have to like mitigate or like weave in some stuff, you can delay your dot or something like that as well. Just know that you have to use it off cooldown. That's all it comes down to. And this is like a really comfy rotation. Like when I stream and stuff or do content, I can just look at my second monitor and I know this like the back of my hand because it just lines up so well. And again, Bloodfest is off. I should have probably dumped a cart a little bit sooner. But again, that just comes down to optimization, stuff like that. And again, I'll have a link to both of these rotations in the description below. And the kind of pros of the first rotation is you get your burst off a lot faster. Depending on fight kill times, one rotation might be better than the other. And also, if you don't have to pull with the other one, then you can just sprint and then go into the other one. Like that's what I would do if I'm off tanking. I don't know if I have any videos where I'm off tanking stuff. The off tank in the 99 parse video, I actually can't remember. I have to go back and see. But if I'm off tanking, that's mostly the rotation I'm gonna do. I fucking might lose a rough divide, maybe depending on kill time, but like I'll gladly take that L for lining up my dots perfectly, lining up the rotation. It's super comfy, and at worst, what happens? I don't get a like 100 or something. Who cares? Parsing in general, who cares? But yeah, hopefully that kind of goes over like the rotation that I'll be doing for Savage, as well as the ones I've been doing for most of my PF content when I'm pulling a boss or stuff like that as well. And as far as like tips and tricks go, I'm actually gonna go to a thing real quick. I have to go to others, and let's go to Ultimate Tool. I had someone ask about like moving the boss while double weaving, and then also using rough divide. So there's actually this cool trick you can do. Now, as far as I know, this works on anyone with like 40 or more ping. Just based on how like the I didn't mean to click that. Don't look. I know it's not level. Don't look. All right. I know this works for most situations. I'm going to just like go straight into like a cartridge combo, and then I'm gonna move this ad. This is if you have to move a boss somewhere, and you want some extra distance, and this works very well for the no mercy window. Now I know you're like, moving a boss during no mercy, that's cringe. I agree, and it happens during Heidelin. Yeah, for the people that they're wondering about that, happens like twice, like the last 2 light wave things that happen. That you have your no mercy window there, and it just comes. It's really ass, but. Also the ads as well in Highland. Highland is just really bad for main taking that. I don't like it. Anyway, this is if you have to move the boss. I'll just go like straight into like no mercy. I think this ad might die. Is there a 90 ad around here? I don't know. We'll see. I might just can I just unequip some gear? Sure. We'll go down to 433. Okay. We'll see what happens here. I'm in my raid ready gear. All right, so this is if you have to move an ad. I'm gonna do something that's like it's basically like you're rubber banding the mob, because I'll be using my rough divide to move them as well, and then what will happen is I'll move the ad. I'm just gonna do it, and I'll talk about it after. Okay, so I'm just gonna go straight into this. I know it's cringe, but here we can. Okay, well he's not gonna move. He's gonna cast, dude. There, I kind of pulled it off. It's really bad to show with these. Let me see if I can find a 90 ad. If not, I'll just take off some more gear and we'll find out. Also, that we don't like that mob because he tried to cast at us. We'll try with the Delta ads. I haven't actually killed these ads. I have no idea what they do. Yeah. Here, we'll take off some more gear because that guy died super fast. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move the ad and then we're gonna double weave with our rough divide for the most distance that we can get. Because what will happen is we can actually slingshot the mob through us, or it'll come closer into us. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna start do our like no mercy thing. We're gonna start to move the ad, and then he'll move. We're gonna move further. We're gonna double weave with rough divide. Here's our position before we rough divide. Here's it after. The mob's gonna come to our first position because like the way the server's set up, like especially if you have latency, everyone can tell this. The ad will actually go to your first pre-dash position. So he'll actually think you're here, and then when your dash finishes and you get that auto tech after the animation or that GCD like right after, then he'll stop and he'll be like, okay, you're here. But it won't turn or anything like that. You won't get like he won't go all the way through you or anything like that. Like they'll be closer though. So you get more distance off of that, and then it's really comfy to do, especially if you can like weave in a sprint as well. I might just like sprint here just to show you. And yeah, here let me try to pull it off on this ad here. So I'm gonna pull with this. Just gonna go into dots. I'm gonna double weave. I'm gonna hit the okay. There we go. All right, he didn't move there. Oh, it's because he's ranged. Fuck, dude. I have to go back to the other ad maybe. Dude, this is the worst place, dude. I should just went to like Elpis or something maybe. Oh my lord, that's gonna take me forever to kill this guy. Is this guy ranged? I mean, he didn't move before, right? Okay, I'm doing a really like poor job of showing this, but hopefully I can just like explain it. Okay, hold on. Where's my little markers here? Let's say the ad's here, right? And then I'm here. Okay, especially if you have sprint going or something, you can pull the ad. Especially in raids, bosses and ads have like better tracking to you than I think just like open world mobs. I don't know, could just be like a server thing. Who knows? Anyway, we would pull it. We would rough divide. He would come to our pre-dash location. Our rough divide would go into his hitbox, and then that would allow us to get extra distance. And I know what you're gonna think. You're gonna be like, oh, well, that just means you have to run farther to pull him again, right? If you have sprint going, this is where this gets like maximum efficiency kind of stuff. Where if you have to move during no mercy, this is kind of like where you would do this at. And if not, then you just get there a little bit faster. I can say that like guaranteed. You just get there faster, and you can not have to move the boss the whole time you're double weaving or something. Hopefully I explained that okay. I'll try and do like a tips or tricks video or something to kind of show it better. But anyway, hopefully people got the gist of the whole rotation. I'll have the both openers in the description below. They'll have links. I'll name like one will be like off tank or like savage ready opener, and then the other one that I've just been doing for like PF or extremes, I'll say comfy opener. Even though they're both really comfy, it's just like one's kind of you just do your no mercy later, and depending on the kill times, you might miss one or something if you do the other one. But blah 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 blah. That's like optimization, and you just have to know like for that, it's just like coming down to doing like, are you just doing stuff in PF? Are you doing stuff with your static? Do you know the kill time? Stuff like that. And that's what it kind of comes down to. Yeah, it's really don't aggro me, dude. He's already orange. I don't like it. Run. Oh, he's coming, dude. That guy spawned aggroed. Did you see that shit? The fuck, bro? Yeah. Hopefully I did a okay job at articulating what I was trying to convey there. If not, if people have questions, post them in the comments. I'll do my best to address them as well. because people just wanted to kind of see like a rotation and kind of like what to do. And then I just kind of added this like little thing here because I had a comment that was really awesome. There was like, oh, you can actually move the boss while you're like double weaving, and you're using rough divide to kind of slingshot him, like rubber banding, and someone thought that was really cool. But yeah, you can do that. As far as I know, it works on like 40 plus ping, just because the way server latency works. Again, like the boss will think you're in your pre-dash position until your full dash is finished and you do the GCD afterward. Like it's really comfy timing, and like your dash doesn't lock you, right? So it's like right after you dash, you can actually just do your GCD and move at the same time too. So like, but when you get like if a boss or something is autoing you, he'll get the auto right, and they'll kind of like lock him, and then he'll move again because you're moving. So it's a really fast way to kind of move when you have to double weave or do stuff like that as well. And again, if people have questions or something, I can answer any of it in the description or in the comments, and then rotation and all that will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Probably say like the same thing over and over again. Thanks guys for watching. If you like this kind of content, please like, subscribe, all the good shit. Thanks for all the support you guys been throwing out too. I really appreciate it. Yo, stay awesome. Until next time, guys. Peace.